as you said, a revolution coming as we bring Bharat into the fold, as we keep saying. Which segment do you see the maximum default, Siddharth? Is it credit cards? Is it, which was traditionally the most? You now also look at, telecom bills. And again, there we find people taking, prepaid and then just chucking it off. Correct. Or, utilities as, correct, more and more infrastructure is becoming private. There are utility bills. I mean, in a government-owned regime, correct, didn't even probably realize how much is
people never used to pay.
Actually, So, but now obviously, if it's a private enterprise, it is answerable to its shareholders.
Right. See, utilities and your telecom has the string in their hand, right? If you do not pay, they can cut the string, which means they can cut your internet connection, they can stop your prepaid card, your electricity or your gas connection can be disconnected. Though, let me tell you, it is not an option which any of these companies want to take, because it is more expensive to do that than actually recover money from these customers, right? So they do have a string in hand which they can use to ensure that the customer pays. The problem comes in the financial industry. If it is, so you asked me which is the highest segment. So if you broadly divide the way loans are, there is an unsecured loan and there is a secured loan. You have to just break it down. So unsecured loans and all these personal loans and these fancy loans that have come in, I call it fancy, probably there is a generation gap, which is buy now, pay later. There is a peer-to-peer that has come.
Yes.
So I have spare money. There is a platform which I can use to lend money to you. So it's called peer-to-peer loan. There are fancy ways in which people are lending. And there is a secured loan, which is your house loan, which is your LAP, which is your car loan, your two-wheeler loan, where there is an asset. Though majority of these cases, which is a vehicle, after 1 year, these loans are actually expensive for the banks if they default. In the first year, it is upsided for the banks and the NBFCs. Later on, becomes a little bit difficult. Maximum defaults are on the unsecured side. Okay, personal loans. Credit card is a huge space. I am not an industry expert to give you the exact numbers, but yeah, if I have to tell you a sense on what we handle and how we do it, what I have realized, the easier it is to give the loan, the more defaults will come, because somewhere the credit process, I wouldn't say compromise, would have been a little bit lenient to ensure that the guy gets it. So if you're buying an iPhone, we expect that you will pay your EMIs because, and again, technology started playing loans. I know one of the the phone provider said, "Means technology where you buy a phone on EMI, if you don't pay EMI, it locks the phone." Right? It has gone to that level as well. So, which is obviously very extreme, but so this is the segment where the personal loans. Definitely, there is a huge corporate segment which is high value loans. The value wise, they must be the bigger ones.
Number of customers, this would be.
Number of customer wise, it is in the personal loan, the credit cards, the small ticket loans, these BNPLs, or consumer durable loans as you call them. These are the ones which have the maximum defaults. The lowest I have seen is gold loan.
Gold loan.
Okay. Because it is simple. If you don't pay your gold loan, you have the bank can auction the gold. It's an easiest asset to sell. That's a portfolio we work.
And it's also very emotional for somebody.
It is emotional, right?
You have your gold,
you have a necklace.
I want it back.
You want it back. So there, actually, you don't need to do any collection over there. If you just send one message to the customer that your gold is going to be auctioned, next day the payment, or next hour you receive the payment. So that's what I understand from the industry. It's a very interesting space. We are doing a lot of work in that space as well. So, and it's a up and coming space right now.
Yeah.